Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Ooh, that's a little dark back there. Full screen, there we go. Turn that light on? Yeah, we'll turn that one off. How's everyone doing today? We're back in the basement. You know what that means? I have air conditioning. Yay! I opened the vent up. I never opened the vent up in the basement because I have print ABS in here and whatnot, but I opened the vent up and it is glorious. Glorious. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday. It's not a print and chill Friday. It's a build and jam Friday, I think, today. So today is a sponsored stream. For those that longtime viewers of the channel, you know I don't do a lot of sponsored content. I prefer to, if I'm gonna do a sponsored thing, it's gonna be something I kind of endorse, in my opinion. Normally, it depends on the venue, but usually I kind of have to have some sort of liking to the product before I'll accept a sponsorship of it, especially paid sponsorship, which this stream is a paid sponsorship. However, words and opinions are my own. Obviously, you're seeing this live. So yeah, you know, YouTube disclosure. But today we are building a set. We're actually building two of AMAMEs. And what are the AMAMEs? They are DIY 3D printed headphones, customizable now too. And the reason I had no problem like accepting a sponsorship for this stream is because about a year ago we built a set of them on a stream, and these have been my daily driver headphones on my main desktop computer since then. Unfortunately, I had to stop using these about a couple weeks ago because something happened with the cable and one of the ears stopped working. It is the cable. I've dropped them and pulled them more times than I probably should have, so it's my fault. But up until then, these were my daily drivers. So right now I'm stealing my wife's headphones. So it's gonna be great because she's gonna get her headphones back today because I'm building a set of V2s and these are awesome. So if you don't know what AMAMEs are, they just came out with the V2 version of them, and they are basically a DIY headphone. So the thing with certain things like electronics and whatnot, it's the body does kind of matter, but a lot of it's the components that matter. So with headphones, if you have the ability to buy your own drivers, do your own wiring, you could basically get more bang for your buck if you just, you know, print and assemble them yourself. It allows you to spend the money on the components that actually matter, like the drivers. So the AMAMEs, there's a few different versions of them. There's the V1s, and now they have the V2s, and they also have the AMAMEs, which I have built, and I actually have them down here. They're my travel headphones. I actually have them right here. They use whatever you want. You can actually self-source the drivers and whatnot, but AMAME do sell kits, and today we are going to be building a kit for the V2s, and then we're going to be converting my V1s into V2s, and there's two different styles. So right now, if you are interested in this, if you're watching this stream and you want to follow along or you want to build one of these yourself, they currently have a sale on right now, 15% off everything on the store. If you want to build the exact same kit I am building, where are they? There we go. Here is the exact kit I am building. So we are building with the precision 40mm drivers, I believe, with the mic. So that is the exact kit we are building. AMAME Bluetooth when? Well, here's the thing. It used to be, it was just you download the files and you print them. Now, if you want to, and you're of the technical inclination, or you have better CAD skills than I do, there's a link in the description. You can actually purchase the CAD files. So right now, if you download them, you just get the STLs. But you can purchase the original CAD files through the Patreon link in the video description, and you can start modifying these to your heart's content. So here's the thing. If you've been watching the stream for a while, you know I power, my headphones are just a little Bluetooth DAC. So I've got this little Bluetooth DAC. I'm sure somebody with some CAD skills can figure out a way to fit one of these in here. So if that's something you want to do, there you go. So that is an option. So we're going to be building two different styles of them. We've got closed back, which I'm going to be building closed back as the main ones I use, simply for the fact that just noise bleeding in the computer room. I don't like noise bleeding. I'm one of those people, if you're on a bus and you have headphones on and I can hear what you're hearing, it annoys the heck out of me, so I hate doing that to people. But we're also going to be building a set of open backs. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and I did miss one. Matt Shammy gifted 1 community membership. Cheers. I am on the wrong screen here. It's worth noting that AMAME is buying drivers in high enough volumes for impedance to match the pair to ship. Sometimes you can't really do if you self-source. Okay, so here's the thing. We are gonna disclose this right off the bat. I am not an audiophile. Yes, I own a record player for vinyls, okay? But if you give me 100 headphones and you tell me which ones are the 15,000 and which one are the $100, doesn't help. My left ear barely works. So I am not a huge audiophile. When it sounds good, it sounds good. That's kind of me. But I will say, these compared to the generic Logitech gaming headphones that I used to rock, that I spent like $100 on, and they were on sale. These are much better. These are much better. So yeah. Oh, and AMAME is here in the chat there. So if you have any questions and I miss it, they may be able to help. I believe it is, I can't remember who it is. But yeah, the V2s are out now. So here's the fun thing. These are fully 3D printed. That means you can make them out of, there are some materials, they do recommend like PETG and ABS for certain things like the band. But if you want to get fancy, you could do like, these are PLA. I printed all the parts for the closed back out of ABS and PETG. Actually, do I have the overhead? Oh. What are you doing, overhead camera? There you go. There we go. So these are the open backs. These are PETG, or correction, these are PLA, and it's on an angle, so I'm gonna be all mixed up. So these are PLA, and the cool thing is they use the actual infill as part of the geometry to make the headphones sound better. So let me pull them up here, because I do believe I have a set. No, I'll have to quickly pull up a set here. So when you print these, there's actually a way you're supposed to print these. And the best part is, if you use a common slicer like Prusa Slicer, there's 3MF files that you download that already have, me hitting the wrong button, that already have all the proper settings and geometry built into it, so that when you slice it, it automatically generates with the right infill percentage, the right wall thickness, all that. You do have to verify you do have a few settings printed correctly, but for the most part, you pretty much just print these as is, because as you see, if you can tell I've been in the garage, I got all my settings mixed up. They use the infill as part of like the geometry to make the headphones sound better. So there you go. So this is the 3MF file like directly out of the file package. So would this work? So here's the thing. I don't know for sure if you can use like old headphones and like salvage the drivers out, but what you can do is if you follow along, you can see the components, like certain components. I have the parts kit here. So this is all you need hardware wise if you want to build one of these. I'm going to be hitting the wrong button all stream, sorry. So there is a build video instructions. I did watch that last night, so we should be okay. Oh, printed those. So we are building one with the mic. So if you're a hardcore gamer and you need that lav mic, you can, that is a thing. You do need an XLR cable, mini XLR for each ear to, what is it, 3.5 millimeters, some screws, nuts, bolts, the headphone pads, and then here are the drivers. So 40 mil and 50 mil are the two driver types, and they come pre-installed on this little printed plastic piece and with the wires soldered on. That's pretty much it for hardware. So if you have drivers you can repurpose, or if you have, you can probably buy the mini XLR cable off like Amazon or whatever. You may be able to completely DIY this with stuff you have on hand and some print. And the files are free. if you want to print these yourself, if you already have a set of V1s, or you have the hardware on hand to build one of these yourself, the actual files, the STLs, are free. The CAD, if you want the CAD files, it is a minimal purchase on a Patreon page, link in the description. But if you just want to print these and build them yourself and you have the stuff on hand, you can do that today. I printed all the parts for the ones we're going to be building first in one night. Now, granted, I printed it with 3 different colors, so I used 3 different machines. But if you got 3 printers, yeah, you could be building these by the end of the day if you have all the stuff you need. So let me check the chat here. Also, the music's very quiet. You know what? I'm playing lo-fi. Let me... Yeah, there we go. Let's get some EDM. It's headphones. We need some EDM music. So it's going to be funny once I get these built and then be like, hey, these sound great, because it's hard. I can't show you how headphones sound. You have to hear it to believe it. But, well, I'll do what I can, I guess. So let's see here. So let me go through the chat here. 80mm speaker drivers. Those might be a little big. Those mini XLR cables are unnecessary, hard to find, and expensive. So I did look online for these on Amazon Canada. I couldn't find them because I need to replace mine on my V1s. So unfortunately, I'm only going to have one working pair. But they do have these cables on the AMAME site, and I believe... build them, extra parts. The cables are $35, and that is an American currency. But AMAME is Canadian, by the way, I believe. I believe they're out of Vancouver. You guys are in Vancouver, right? So these are $35. So it is what it is. The AMAMEs just use a just a splitter cable, like a 3.5mm splitter. You can measure the frequency response with new and microphone. I could, but you're also talking to somebody who's never measured belt tension. So here's how I work. I put them on my head, right? I take them, put them on, right? And I go, yeah, these sound good. And I move on with my life. That's the extent of my audiophileness. Is there a Bluetooth option? So at the moment, there is no Bluetooth option. However, as I was saying earlier in the stream, so right now I listen to IEMs when I'm streaming down here. Yeah, put the cans on. And I use this little Bluetooth DAC, okay? I get like 7 hours of battery life out of this. I don't know about you, but I'm sure with a little bit of CAD skills, you might be able to fit one of these in here. And then you just have to redo the wiring internally, which I'm sure somebody will probably end up doing it at some point. I'm personally not a fan of Bluetooth headphones, simply for the fact that if I'm wearing headphones, I'm at my computer and I don't get up, like I just leave them on. So I prefer not to worry about batteries and whatnot. Like I don't use wireless keyboards. I don't use wireless mice except for in here because these are $10 mice, and I move them around a lot. But I prefer analog. I'm a, you know, when I play Elden Ring, I'm the guy who walks around with a big stick and hits stuff hard. Okay, put it that way. So let's get building. So we are going to be building 2 kits. I've got a Brent. Why are you doing that? Oh, I don't have an SD card in it. Shoot, do I have an SD card? I had to steal this camera from the garage, and if it doesn't have an SD card in it, it goes to like demo mode. So we might have to do that. So we're gonna be building these from scratch. So we're gonna build one set from scratch, and then we're gonna take apart my V1s and build them into V2s. So we'll put the V2s or the V1s over here for now. And as for what printer you need to print these on, pretty much any printer. It is recommended certain parts like the clamps and the spring are printed out of PETG or ABS because they flex, right? You don't want them relaxing, which PLA will relax. But other things like the cones, you could print these out of PLA. In fact, I printed, let's see here. These ones are neon yellow PETG from Jesse, the printed solid Jesse PETG. These ones are Sparta 3D Galaxy Red PLA. All the filament that I use for this is either, most of it's Polymaker, some of it is Jesse from Printed Solid, and the cones are, these one cones are thing. And actually I use some polyalchemy for the silver. So you can print them out of whatever pretty much. But they are headphones. If you're a klutz like me and you drop things, hey, if you break them, you could just print the parts that broke and fix them. I've already had to do that. So that has a huge advantage to these kind of setups. So if you're a klutz like me and you drop stuff, the ability to fix these on your own, because that's what actually drove me to building these originally. Ooh, a sticker, I put that in the garage. When I had my old gamer headphones, one of the tab broke on it and you couldn't fix it. You had to go buy all new headphones. And then I started looking online. I found Vector Finesse on Twitter, and then I reached out and we built some, and they've been awesome ever since. So. So yeah, so if you want to follow along at home, if you want to get a set of these to build yourself, there are instructions. I don't know if the instructions are on the website yet, but currently, again, right now, 15% off sale on everything on the site. So let's see if I can find that video, just so I can have it up. CAD files can be there, or they might be on their Twitter. Ooh. Merv, thank you for becoming a member. And it's AMAME. I keep saying Amane, it's AMAME. So yeah. So there is a full instructional video. It shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes to build one of these, apparently. The video is only 12 minutes. So I watched the video. I'm just gonna reference the video if I forget something. So let's get started. So actually, I might have to run out to the garage first because I forgot to get some, I'll make do. A trimmer. Because I printed some of these parts with a brim just to be safe, and then I realized I didn't need to. So I'm gonna be back in a second. I need to go get my deburring tool. While I'm gone, the baby's in charge. So no. I couldn't find it. But I did find an SD card, so let me put an SD card in here so it'll stop yelling at me. No SD card, here's demo mode. What? That? Oh no. Shoot. Well, that ain't good. Okay, thread's ripped out. Okay, no overhead cam. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Rip. Okay, well, we got a close-up cam, so we'll just work with that. BHB tape to the rescue. Okay, so when you look at these parts, there are top parts, there are bottom parts. They do have labels on them. They say like top and whatnot. So you do have some parts, there's a left and right side. Some parts there are doubles of, so if you're using headphones, for example, you're gonna use the ones that have 2 holes, not the ones that have 1. Time to print a threaded insert. I don't know, here's the thing, like, you can do threaded inserts. Like, let me see if I can salvage this. I don't know if I can. I got a feeling it's pretty euchred. Oh yeah, there's no threading. Okay. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You go there. Okay. And let me plug this in. I mean, I can't really complain. This is a completely beat to crap camera that I've had for like 3 years now. Overhead. Hey, we got overhead camera. Cool. Okay. So let's that. Zoom in. There we go. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. So as you can see, if you're using, like, I know the colors are off. Well, we have super glue. Yeah, but if I super glue it, I need to be able to take it down because I don't want to use this camera as the inside overhead camera. So obviously, if you're using the mic like we're going to be using this piece, not this one. This one is if you're not using the mic. So let's get to it. So we do have these parts. There we go. So we got our XLR cable. Won't need that yet. We got some screws and fasteners. There's only 2 types of screws. And we got our driver connectors. Can fill the thread. Well, the thing is, it's plastic. The body of it's plastic. So, like, I'm sure there are things I can do. I'll try a few things, but I don't have super high hopes. Okay, so these are the female connectors for the Mini XLR. You'll notice one has just 2 wires, one has 4. The one with 4 wires goes on the side with the mic, okay? So I believe it's right side. Yeah, so this is the right side. It's got an R right there. This is the left side. The left side only has 1 hole, okay? So this goes in here, and there is a flat for orientating it. Just feed that through there. You might need to just kind of clean up, depending on how your print settings are with overhangs and whatnot. You might have to do a little cleaning up to make sure it fits. Okay, so that pushes in there, and then you have this little tab that holds it in place. And you're going to want to make sure it's flush. So push it down on something hard, flat, and make sure it's flush. Okay. So that is that. Then we take if you are building one with the mic, is it possible to use a nozzle brush with tap? Yep. Yep, you can do it. Now this one inserts from the back. I don't believe there is an orientation to this one. But it does insert through the back. And you can see, I'm going to orientate it like that. You have to make sure that the little, like, the body of it is sitting flush with this surface. You'll see why later. So you can use a set of Allen keys or a screwdriver or something just to make sure it is sitting flush there. And there we go. That's in there. Now you don't need to worry about what's holding that in, because what's holding it in is the middle insert part. Now I do believe, let me check the instructions to make sure I'm following for orientation of this part. Oh, so we got to put the little nubbin on. So let's put that nubbin on. Where is that nubbin? You ever try sticking a V6 nozzle to your SV06? I did not. I don't really use the SV06. So when it comes to screwing these in, I had a bit of trouble putting these in last time we built a set of these. Now there's like a little printed holder that will like hold them as you screw them in. So see if we can get this started. Okay, and then you've got this little printed holder that just kind of the power of friction. I think you could also use a 10 mil socket, but this is a printed part, so just print it when you're printing the rest of the parts. Okay. And you just screw it in until the rubber is flush with the surface. Okay.
Wasn't all that. Put a lot of work in.
Oh, okay, so we got that. So I need the right one, which is this one, and that's top.
And the markings on the bottom tone. The top can go wherever you want, so I just put a little head of AMAME symbol on this one. And so the easiest way to get started opens up properly with the
Okay, so that goes on first. Okay.
we can put in. That's where we are.
So we get this. We get one of our headphones. F. What do you mean F? What, the newest King Room K3 series? No idea. I haven't looked at it. Hello, Hobbit. How are you doing? There we go. So these are our drivers here. They're 40 mil BNDC, I guess they are. I think they're the same. I don't think there's any real difference between the two. Yeah, I think they're the same. So when they go on, you want from the back, you can see there's like a the first layer, there's like a shape of the driver, and it kind of matches that. That goes like that, and it slopes towards this little notch area here. So that goes there. Top. No, I want the other one. I think I want the other one. The wires go a certain way. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's the top. So we get two of these screws now. Feed that through. See if I can tell a difference. Tell a difference on what? So that will go in there. Okay, so now we hook up the wires. Okay. So that's top. This is the right one, I believe. Yep, this is the right one. It's all right. It's all labeled. It's measured. Now, when it comes to hooking it up, it's quite easy. Red to red, black to black, etc. So this goes. Green one's gonna be kind of a pain. So green to green, there, and then it goes like. There we go. Okay. So just make sure the green goes to the green, the red goes to the red, and the black's to the black, and that's pretty much it. It's actually quite easy to wire these up. And then we get one of these. Now these ones are the same, but I do have to do a little deburring on them. So 1 second here. So I did print these with a bit of a brim just to be safe, and I don't think I really needed to because it's been a while since I've had parts fail. I was just a little paranoid. So I did print them with a brim, but better the safe than sorry, right? Better safe than sorry. I wish I knew where my deburring tool was, though. And then also, if you do want to print these yourself, you're going to need filament for that. So just remember, every stream we do give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description to get some for yourself. There we go. That'll do for now. Okay. So I'm assuming the logo goes to the top. So that just kind of goes there. Line it up with your holes. And what I'm going to do is just kind of get it started with my trusty, dusty, I just dropped my LTT water bottle. Where did I put my LTT screwdriver? There, right there. So let's get these started so I don't lose them. Okay, this goes over top. Make sure you got nice clearance under there, nothing's really in the way, and then you take your top part, which I believe the tops are the same. It just says top. That goes there, and then you put 2 more screws in. And now you tighten everything up. I recommend the way I do these is anytime you're doing this kind of tightening, get them all started and then tighten them in a cross pattern. Do you have any PI sheets when printing ABS? Any troubles with PI working too good? Not really. What I actually do with my PI is usually I'll put like a very thin layer of glue stick across the whole thing right out to the bat. Although I haven't done that in a while. I used to do it. And that kind of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, sacrificial, or just like, it'll bite enough, but it won't stick too much. And if it does stick too much, you got that layer in between. So again, you are screwing into plastic here. So don't overdo it. Right, just screw it till they're tight, and that's it. And there you go. There is one ear down. Wow, the colors are horrible on this camera. So that is one ear. So let's build the other one. What thread are these, by the way, for the nubs? Assuming they're standard, not metric. Come on. Yeah, come on. Trying to get these started. These are ABS. Some of it is. Some of it's ABS, some of it's PETG on these ones. The other set we'll be building is PLA and PETG. If you download the files, you'll see some of them are called out to be printed in certain materials. Basically, some of the parts, like the band that goes over your head, the spring, and the pink here for the clamps, you want to print it in something like PETG or PLA, or correction, ABS, or another like nylon or something, because they do need to like spring, and you don't want them deforming. 632 if you want to tap them. Let me see, I might have a 632 tap. I know I have one in the garage, but I just don't want to go out there. Let me see here what I have in the shop. I'll put a little shaper on that. That started. Yeah, I don't have a 632 in here. No, I know I have them in the garage. I just don't want to go to the garage. Remember these nubs being like the most pain in the butt part of the last build too. Because before I didn't have the tool to tighten them, so I was like... Come on. The other one started so easily. And the problem is you get those, like whenever you're trying to do something finicky with your hands, you get the little hand cramps and you're just like, ah. Okay, where is my tap? I could go out to the garage and get a 632 tap. I don't want to. I did put a chamfer on it. It's not biting. Okay, what the heck's going on here? Let's see here. What do I have to make this easier on me? 632 is pretty close to 3 mil, right? These aren't self-tapping screws, that's the problem. Actually, I might have, oh, I do have 632 self-tappers. I think. Run these through first. Come on. Bloody hell. I'm getting crazy hand cramps trying to do this too. Okay, run the 632 self-tapper through. There we go. Nope, come on. Almost got you. How did the first one go so well? Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on. Eh. Okay, it's just chewing these up. Are there threads modeled into the hole? Drill it. Yeah, but I need these to fit. I don't want it too loose. I'm just trying to figure out how the first one went in so easily, and then this one's like, no, we're gonna be a complete pain. You know what, I'm gonna open the hole up a bit. 1 second. I don't have any of my tools in here, that's the problem. Yeah, I don't have any of none of my tools in here. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. Nope, 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 nope. Now I have to adjust its clearances. You can model in the threads. Like, I don't know if you have the threads actually modeled into the part, but you can model the threads in. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. There we go, got it. Drill it, use an insert. Heat set, insert all of things. The problem is I don't have 632 heat sets. Okay, give me a second here, because I am suffering from crazy hand cramps. How did the first one go in so easily, and then this one's like, nah dog, I'm gonna be a complete pain in the butt for you now. I'm gonna keep this one out before I do the next set. You know what I'm talking about, eh? When you try to do something with your hands and it's like really compact and tight, and you just get like, from doing this, you get like the hand spasm. Okay. Back to work. This camera is so not in a good mood. Okay. So for this one, this is the left, and on the left, you're not gonna be putting a mic, so you only have the one. So let's clear out some of this overhanging junk. And these are headphones, by the way. So you don't want, like, if you got like a little piece that might be rattling, cut it off. You probably don't want that rattling next to your ear. There we go. Okay, flat towards the bottom. Set that in. Get the clamp. there. That. Driver. Okay, get 2 screws. A535. That's like the old people thing. Rub A535. Okay, so for the bottom. Okay. Again, match your colors up. Okay, so again, there is like a slope to this, if you look at it from the side, and it goes towards this cutout. Like that. Clean this part up. Raymond 40 AED, cheers. Thanks for the rat rebuild. Go watch before building mine. Just need to reprint my purchased parts. The quality was not great. It is what it is. Mine were fine. My printed parts for the rat rig kit were fine, but they were also like prototype ASA parts, so I can't speak to what like normal production parts are on that, fortunately. Okay, that goes there. And also, if you didn't know, the VZ bot came in. I've got my VZ 330 kit came in. So that will be whatever build finishes first, probably the Rook. That will be now VZ bot afterwards. So these are 40 mil drivers. So the Rook build will probably be this Saturday, so tomorrow. And then one more Saturday for like the wrap-up build. So tomorrow's gonna be the finished wiring, configuration, maybe a test print if we get to it. And then we'll do a recap where we just print on it. And then so probably 2 weeks we'll start the VZ. I gotta start printing parts for it too. And then also the Polymaker kit has left England. So did I screw those together right? Or did I match up the red and black right? Hopefully I did. So that is that. What are these 2 short screws for? Can't remember. Okay, so there are our 2 halves. There we go. I put this on backwards. This is on backwards. This gotta be the wrong way around. Shoot. I put this on backwards. 1 second. I goofed. Un momento, por favor. Yep, I goofed. This is supposed to be on this side. I forgot to read. Do you know how to read? I forgot how to read. Me fail English? That's impossible. Also, if you see while I'm doing like this, trying to get it in the center, it's because the camera's on it is 90 degrees to me. Logan, hello there. Yeah, we're eating good for content for a while, folks. Okay, what's this guy Speaking of eating, I need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. Okay. Yeah, that's why I top and top. There we go. Double check I meshed up the wires correctly. Yes, I did. Okay, good. There we go. Japanese. I don't have any Japanese places near me, actually. Best I could do is Chinese. Or pizza. Although we already did pizza this week, so. Oh yeah, the LTT screwdriver is Hedamame build approved. So that ratchet, and it's nice and light. There we go. Okay. Got some muffs. These go on quite easily, actually. They're both the same, but you see how we got this little cutout there? So what you do is you kind of slide it on, so it's like hooked on one end of the cutout, and then you just spin it. And then line the seam up on the bottom so nobody sees it. And there you go. We got our cans. So let's put those over there. So now we have to put together the band. So where is the strap? Oh, there it is. It's in this bag. So this is your headband. It goes on like this. Okay. There's a shiny side and a scuff side. Shiny side towards your noggin, I'm assuming. These parts out. So I got these two little M3 screws, and I don't. What are these little M3 screws for? I've got the self tappers, the M2 self tappers. What are these for? I don't know what those are for. And I gotta do a little bit more cleaning up on these parts. Spares from V1. What? V1 uses those small ones? Where? Okay. So I don't think it really, is there a right or a left on these? I don't think it matters. They have the Hedamame logo. I'm just gonna have it so that when I read the Hedamame logo, like name, it's facing upwards. I don't think it really matters. Okay, I need a, will my little bit fit this? Might have to use that. That kind of works. Okay. Shoot, there's like a little tab. Is that for it to rest against, or is that just a issue from the print? I think that might just be from a bulge from the print. Or is that for it to bite down on? I think that's for it to bite down on. these through this. Go through that. You can choose to mount the leather flipped or unflipped. Shiny side leather. Flipped or unflipped. Shiny side up. Shiny side up? So the part that sits on your head, is that the shiny side or the not shiny side? I thought the shiny side would sit on your head. Like, so if this is the shiny side, it's up towards the sky. Is that how it's supposed to go? Okay. Up for presentation. Ew, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, there's different, you have options for the position for this. I'm gonna mount it on the top hole, but facing down and see if that fits. I'm trying to remember what I think that's what I had on the ones I have right now. Oh, you're out? Okay, take care. So AMAME is out. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, Apollo, $25. Cheers for the Garage Mini Split Fund. Cheers. That's coming up very soon, hopefully. Hopefully next month. Do they have a cable with built-in Lightning or USB? No, at the moment these are pretty analog, okay? There's no PCBs or anything in here. These are very analog. So they only have the XLR to mini 3 or to 3.5. Like this is it. You got a cable. They're mini XLR plugs in the cans, and then they can go down to a 3.5 millimeter jack. So you don't have there isn't any USB option or anything like that. So if you want to run these with your I don't know, Apple device or whatever, you're gonna have to get a dongle, as they would say. Tankard and $25 for the teleporter fun. Teleporter for what? What do I need a teleporter for? Where are we dropping? Or Android. Oh yeah, for a phone. Yeah, good point. I know, for phones I just use Bluetooth. It's just... Now you can use this. Actually, as soon as we get this one built, I'm swapping out my DACs for these. Okay, get it started until those come out. Yeah, come on. No July contest. No, I just got busy with things and I didn't have time to set it up properly. So we're taking a month off from community challenges. I might do, like, because there was supposed to be something next Friday that didn't happen. So, or there was a chance of something happening that didn't happen, and yeah, so we're just not gonna have a community challenge this month. If I might figure out something like a short, like a very spur of the moment thing, we'll see. But at this time, no challenge. Okay, so there we go. So there are our that. So these are the straps. So you can adjust these so it sits however you want on your head. I'm setting them up to pretty much what the V1s were like. So now these are the rights. So these fit on like that. So let's put these together. So again, the holes towards the front. So however you want this to be, like if you know, this side was on the bed and you don't want that side on the sea or whatever, just there you go. Put that on like that. I can adjust it later. There we go. And these are labeled. There is a left and a right. So right is this one. Left is this one. And there we go. So now, I get my DAC out. Unplug this. So here's the thing. We're gonna be judging headphones. Let me take my hat off so it actually sits right. It's warm in here. So right about there. So these on. Oh yeah, right there. So now, if I plug these in, I should hear. Yeah, you lost audio. Power on. I might have muted him. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. So here's the thing. I'm not going to turn your music up. Ooh. So I think there's really only one thing I should be able to do to test these properly. And that is, I think there's really only one way. So these are the 40 mil drivers. And I'm being total audiophile and I'm listening through my Bluetooth wireless DAC. That's battery powered. So that's how you listen to these, okay? So this comes the point in the stream where I lose monetization because it's crab race time. So this is the part in the stream where I go, I can't show you this because I'm listening to crab rave. So you're gonna hear Isn't that what you do? Okay, that's enough crap rave. Back to music where I won't get demonetized. Oh wait, that goes there. And there we go. Okay. So now that is these built. So these are closed back, okay? Which these are probably the ones I'll use the most, simply for the fact that in my computer room, my wife's also in there. Sound-wise, these are pretty much the same. I don't know if they changed much of the internal geometry of these. They should be pretty close. The biggest difference is the latching mechanism. Here, actually, I'll pull them up here. Let me see here. There should, I'm trying to find, there's a patch note thing. Yeah, here's the release notes. So if you already have a set of V1 of these, here's your release notes. So cone adjustment mechanism redesigned for better longevity. The spring scallops adjusted to suit new mechanism for better feeding. Added leather mount hole so you can adjust the fit and finish. Other clamps, file license. Yeah. So basically, the big difference, if you already have a set of the V1 and V1s, you're not going to hear much of a difference going to the V2s, if any. The big difference is like the quality of life of like, it's a better design, I think. So that's the big difference. Do they leak much? I don't know. Let me turn these up. Okay, that's about what I would normally listen to. No. Like, I can hear it. I don't have them on my head. No. If it's playing music at like what I would normally listen to music at, from about this is the way I can't hear it. Yeah. Can you print the straps and TPU? Oop, wrong button. Looks like it. Yes, it looks like you can. Okay, so now let's do it again. So I've got a set of V1s here. Let's turn them into V2s. Oh, the mic. Here's the thing. I don't know how good this will work. Ooh. Why are you beeping at me? Do you hear a beep? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear the beep. So let's see here. Properties. Okay, so that's microphone. No beep. Okay, so that's my thing. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay, so here's the mic built into it, but also this is also over Bluetooth. So this is the mic. One second here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's the thing. The mic is actually fine. You know how I know that? Because I've used this mic for overlays in some of my videos, and it sounds fine. That's Bluetooth. That's why it sounds like crap there, is Bluetooth. It actually sounds fine. If some of my videos, the overlay, like me, I've done voiceover using the mic on this, it sounds just fine. So that's why it's the, okay, let's take these apart. So unfortunately, these ones, this cable is kind of, there's something bad here that kind of killed these cables, unfortunately. I don't know if it's dropping them or like the little guy playing with it or what, but these cables are kind of, these XLR cables are kind of dead. So I haven't been able to use these in like a couple weeks. So I've been using, I've stolen my wife's headphones. And then also how I connect these to the computer, I have like a little Logitech USB DAC like, you know, from those that I just use. So that's how I connect these to my computer. So let's build these now. So now I got to take these apart and do that. So yeah, so if you are interested in building these yourself, link is in the video description. Again, if you want to build the exact set I have here, these are the 40 millimeter BNDC ones, not the low tier, like the mid tier one. And then also, I have the mic option. The mic is like an extra $5 if you want it. And then if you do want to modify these, so if you want to get, you know, start playing around, if you're, you know, want to play around with Bluetooth options and whatnot, internal batteries, linked in the video description to a Patreon page where you can get the actual CAD files for these. Okay, so let's take these apart, and I should be able to reuse everything, hopefully. So I need this strap. So that strap has seen better days. And the beauty of this design is, again, if something breaks on it, I've dropped these. Well, not these ones. I've dropped these ones, and I broke the little clasp here. And all you do is you run downstairs, fire up your printer, and just print a new set. So it's not a huge deal. Like, that's the advantage of these. I use my Xbox 60. Yeah, you can use any mic, I think, with these. But the mic actually comes with the actual input, too. Okay, so now I gotta take these off. There we go. So actually, I'm gonna put the headphone or the band together first. So this one, I'm playing with the colors a bit. We're doing silver. Do you think Polymax, their tough PLA would work for the headband? No, I wouldn't do this part right here. I wouldn't use any PLA, PETG or ABS. It's not the strength, it's the fact that it's constantly doing this. It's gonna be constantly stretched. And over time, PLA will just form to this shape and you won't get, you need springiness. And PLA would not last. I would not use PLA for the band. Everything else you could probably get away with PLA, except maybe these. You probably want to do the clampers. You want to do PETG or ABS as well. But yeah. And need to add some anime ears. Well, with the CAD files, you can. I'm surprised somebody hasn't turned the actual these into cat ears yet. Put some LEDs in them. I went with these colors because I wanted something that, I wanted to use this neon yellow. That's it. I had the neon yellow, and I'm like, I want to use neon yellow. I wanted something bright. And then I just went through a few different options of, like, I went online and just looked up like color palettes that went with this, and the light blue and the pink. I was like, yeah, that works. So. I can't remember which ones did I do. You just use the top holes? I'll use the top holes. Nobody matters too much. Very cyberpunky. That's kind of what I thought when I saw the color palette. I'm like, yeah, that works. It's like the one guy from Edge Runners. But yeah, you can easily do cat ears. If you get the CAD for these and want to make cat ears, you could easily do that. Clear PETG would be sweet. Yeah, probably. That's the thing, it's customizable. You can do whatever you want with them. That's the cool thing. I'm actually looking forward to putting these back on the computer. I gotta edit Sunday's video tonight or tomorrow. Did I use the bottom ones or the top ones? I used the top ones, yeah. Anyone asked about the P1S yet? I don't do printer reviews. If you watch this channel for long enough, you realize I don't really do printer reviews. I've done a few. I don't like doing printer reviews because it's not worth it, okay? It takes too much time to do a proper review to make it back, essentially. The amount of time it takes to do a full proper review, you're not making any income off of it for the amount you put in. Like, you just don't. The ads aren't, the views aren't there for a printer review unless you're like the first person to get it, and it's always a mad dash. So what you see is people do unboxings. Hi, this is the P1S. Do you have a P1P? Go watch a P1P review. Put a box on it. And it comes with the optional stuff that the P1P had. That's the P1S. You buy if you have a P1P, it's a P1P, but enclosed with the optional add-ons are just included. Or, likewise, it's an X1C with some stuff taken off. How do you make that a 10-minute video? How do you make that a 10-minute video? This is why I don't do reviews. Oh, the tall boy? Oh, I gotta fix the display. The whatchamacallit ain't working. Clipper screen. So for like a printer, I'd rather do an unboxing and first impression. I'd rather do that. Okay, I'm gonna drop these because this one is like, you can tell this one I've had for a year. I'm gonna drop these down to the first one. Make a YouTube short. I did make a YouTube short about the P1S. When we did the unboxing of the P1P, I put the cardboard box it came in back on it, and I said that's how you close it. There's my P1S review. There's my P1S review. That was the X1S. No, that was the P1. The X1 comes enclosed. I didn't need to put the box back on it. Carbon filter. The thing is, the activated carbon filter in a Nevermore only lasts like what, 50-60 hours. So how long is the carbon filter in a P1S gonna last, or in an X1C gonna last? Unless so either it doesn't have carbon that works as good, or it's just gonna wear out right away, and nobody's gonna bother to replace it. Because activated carbon doesn't last that long. Like Nevermore, how often do they recommend you swap it out on a Nevermore? And can you use off-the-shelf carbon, or do you have to buy like their refill? Lungs are mostly carbon. I smoked for a decade, so I'm sure whatever I get exposed to now won't is nothing compared to that. You buy the 50-pound bag. There you go. I just don't bother. 50 hours or 30 days. 50 hours is not a long time. Like, that's a thing. 50 hours is not a long time of printing. That's one helmet, or that's 2 helmets if you're printing it fast. There's a big difference with my X1C printing ABS, 1,000 hours, no replacing carbon, and my Trident without carbon. But what is your Trident? Do you have the exhaust fan in the back? Because here's the thing, like all my machines, they're all sealed up. Like I have gasket around all the outsides, and there's no exhaust in the back. So I barely smell these machines. My X1C I smell. So carbon can be reactivated. Printable shells to make your own carbon. Okay, so at least you can refill it, so that's okay. I don't know. When I'm printing that stuff, I stink up the whole room because I've got like usually if I'm printing that, I'm printing like a ton of it. Like when I was printing these guys, I had like 3 or 4 printers running at once. So, and I just don't come in the room. I just stay out of the room. That's where all the printing's going on. That's my filter. I don't have it in back. Huh. Well, hopefully got it sealed up good because mine don't usually smell too bad. But to be fair, I don't smell ABS anymore. My sense of smell when it comes to like filaments and whatnot is gone. What's my favorite song? I don't know. Depends on the mood I'm in. How to avoid shark attacks. Exactly. Just don't go in the water. Most printers aren't even sealed well enough. That is true too. I know the X1 isn't sealed too well. Okay, so we got the driver out. Now I gotta take this out. And that broke. Ow, ow, ow. That sucked. You ever bend a nail backwards? Okay. Oh, that's what that little screw's for. It's for this. A fingernail fall off. That sucks. Okay, so these are the old ones. I think this is the same, but you can see like the big difference is the clasp. Keep that just in case. Take the other one apart now. Oh, the family smelling ABS fumes. Yeah, so it always worry like family first always, but in my case, again, this room I'm printing in is in the basement, and I actually have weather stripping around the door. And normally when I'm printing in here, the vent is closed, so any smells stay in this room. And then the other area I print now is the garage, which is the garage. So I don't really have to worry about smells in the house. So what time are we at right now? So 4 o'clock. Okay, cool. So we'll get the other ones built and then we'll call it there. So again, don't forget To check out all these headphones and whatnot from AMAME, link in the description below. At least check them out. Just see what they have. If it's something you're interested in, you can buy full kits, you can buy partial kits. If you have like old headphones at home, you may be able to repurpose them into something like this. It's up to you. And if you want to customize them, there's options for customizing these as well. So, which one was that? This is the right. These were very tight. Come on. Ah! There we go. Don't cut myself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. Stick with your ready-made. Yeah, like here's the thing. These are definitely, you know, if you're a 3D printing hobbyist, this is something more to keep an eye on. I will say, they do sound better than like if you're currently rocking a pair of like gaming headphones you bought for under $100 at like Best Buy. These are better, at least in my opinion. They do sound way better. Okay, so for these ones, I don't think I'm gonna put the mic in. I think these ones I'm going to build without the mic. So these are the right ones. You know, yeah, for the price, they're what, $135 for the whole thing, and then you print the parts, which is, you know, you could print it out of one single spool of PL or filament, but you're probably going to use 2 or 3, but you're not using the whole spool, obviously. Okay, why don't you go through your hole? There we go. So that is the right one. That goes in there. So these ones, these are PLA. The cones on this one are PLA. Okay. Right. That's top. Okay. Okay, so these ones are that and that. Audio technique. Yeah, like here's the thing. If you got a pair of like Sennheiser, or what is it, SD600s or whatever, yeah, there's a bit more of a difference there. But if you're rocking like, you know, Logitech G30s that you bought on Amazon on Prime Day for like 40 bucks, you might get more bang for your buck out of something like this for sure. Don't forget the rubber bumper. Ah, I forgot the rubber bumper. Rubber baby bumper. Rubber baby bumper. Rubber baby bumper. Okay, how come these ones go in just fine? There we go. Rubber baby bumper. Go. There's one. So top, there goes like that. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I put this. How did I do this backwards? I do this backwards. Slope goes towards that. Did I print two of the same ones? No, that's left. Yeah, that goes like that. That goes like that. Top. So these go in the bottom. Oh, I put in the wrong one. That's what I did. I goofed. Yep, I see what I did. 1 second here. I made a goofy woofy. Yeah, I put the wrong speaker in. This, we're supposed to use this one. That's the left. This is the right. not that one. This one. So this is the left. There we go. And also, when you're pushing these down to pop that in, make sure you don't accidentally crush your nice infill pattern. Okay, red to red. Okay, that's good there. Going to open source the K1 at last. Congratulations! That's like me walking out of a McDonald's without paying for my food, eating it all, and then a week later walking in and paying for it. Good for them, but they still, you know, violated the license. What I want to see is how much they goofed up. How much they messed with that firmware. That's what I'm interested to see. Because their implementations of Clipper so far have not been that great. Is the open not going to be dust magnet? Maybe, but it's part of the they're open back headphones. Open back headphones are a thing. So yeah, that's nature of the beast with this style of headphone. They're open back. Go. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Are they saying they will? They say they will open source the firmware, which they took open source firmware, did a bunch of stuff to it, locked it down, and then you know, violating the whole GPL and all that. And now they say they're going to release it. It's like, oh, congratulations. I wonder if this would work with resin. Maybe. I would be more concerned about having something made out of resin on your head all the time. That's something I would be more concerned about than functionality. I'm sure this would look super cool if you did these in like, you know, if you did these in like a Soraya Tech like blue or something like that. I'm sure they would look really cool. But it's resin. Resin ain't the healthiest for you. There we go. So unfortunately, I don't have an extra set of wires, so I'm gonna have to do this. So this is left, that is right. Take these off, put these on. And now we test them properly. Yes, yes, yes. These feel much more sturdy. I can see these will last. This design with the single part instead of the single like it had before. These will probably last like So yeah, if you are, if you ride the bus and you're using these to listen on the bus, get the clothes back. Don't be a dick. But if you're in your computer room by yourself, something like these probably make more sense. Because these do bleed more. They don't feel as, like the sound doesn't sound as blah. Somebody who knows more about this kind of stuff can probably explain it a lot better than me. These sound like headphones. This just sounds like you're in the room with the music playing, okay? But these bleed more. So I will probably use these more because I'll be in the computer room. We'll see. Maybe I'll just swap them out depending. Are they cooler on your ears? Not really, because the actual part that's like on your ear, the muffs are the same. So yeah, you can hear more of your surrounding with these. So if you're watching something on the computer and you want to make sure nobody walks in and sneaks up on you because you're watching stuff on the computer, you might want open backs, but they might hear what you're listening to. So these are nice though. These are actually really nice. Open backs for them, they'll let me hear what's going on around. Yeah, like it depends what you're listening to. If you listen to something loud, like if you're just listening to like YouTube or whatever at normal volume, you might like these more. So yeah, so those are the HOTENDs. So again, shout out to HOTEND for sponsoring the stream today. This was a sponsored stream. Again, words and opinions are my own. I haven't been directed to say anything other than like links in the description and shout out a few things. But I'm obviously, these are going right up into my computer. And I will be getting another set of these cables so I can actually use both of these. Because these actually are really nice. These are really nice. They are over-the-ear headphones. So if you are in like a warm area or whatever, yeah, they get a little clammy and whatnot. It is what it is. But yeah, these are going right up in the computer. And I do like the bright color scheme I went with this one. These ones are more, you know, traditional and muted. There are the two different styles. So these ones are, again, the bands on both these are, what are they? They're like Galaxy PETG from, the bands on both these are Jesse PLA or Jesse PETG Galaxy something. This is Jesse Neon PETG Neon Yellow and something blue. Oh, where is that? Like a teal blue. And then Sparta 3D Galaxy Neon Pink. This one is Sparta 3D Galaxy Red PLA, Poly Alchemy Elixir Silver, and then the black. So, and then also, if you do want to win yourself a spool of Polymaker filament, we give away a spool of Polymaker every stream. So, link for that in the description. But here's the thing: you can print them out of whatever color you want. I just wanted something bright. I'm at the point where, you know, I used to print everything out of black because I've got like 20 spools of black filament. Now, bright stuff. Print bright stuff now. Have fun with it. So yeah. You put me in the Discord, what? What did you do? What did you do? What did you put in the Discord? Can't see girl. Oh God. Nope. 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 Okay. So we're at 4:20 right now. Nice. We'll end the stream at 4:30. So if you have any questions about these headphones, let me know now. Yeah, let me switch back to these ones and just see how big of a difference it is. Let me see how big of a difference it is. That's the right ear and left ear. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, big difference. So the noise is pretty much the same, okay? These sound like headphones. These sound like there's somebody just in the room playing the music. These muffle my voice more. So if you're in like a busy office, you might want to go with these. Unless you need to hear people in the office, you might want to go with these. If you're riding on the bus, go with these. Don't be a dick and wear these on a bus. What are the weights? I will let you know in a second. There is my scale. Where is my scale? So here's the thing with weight. It's going to depend on what you print them out of and the settings you use. I use like the default settings, and everything that's solid is printed solid. There's my scale. So you're probably going to use similar settings to what I use, but it depends on the material you use. So what I need is something to put this on. Okay, 1 second here. Tear. Okay. $326 grams without the XLR cable. $342 grams, like that. So yeah, under 350 grams. I don't know if that's good, but that's what it is, under 350 grams. How do they compare to the IMs? Personally, I don't like IMs. Like, I wear IMs in ear when I'm streaming, just for simplicity's sake, and because, you know, these would get hot after a while and whatnot. But I only wear in ear when I'm traveling. Like I much prefer over ear than in ear for any microphone or any headphones. So. Use lightweight PLA and hips. Chase Graham. Graham chasers. Okay, so I don't need all these old parts. These can go in the garbage. So these were printed in CF9, or actually no, I can't remember what I printed. The PCABS, and see, like, they still need to be springy. So these are a year old and they're still springy. So wood filament. Actually, shoot, I do have. If you did these in wood filament and then stained them, that would be pretty pimp, actually. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty pimp. Too heavy according to the FAA for what? So, but no, these are actually, like, here, I'll give you a close-up. So if you're curious, let's zoom in on the infill pattern. So there's the open backs, and you can see the infill pattern. So if you're curious about the infill pattern, so here's the funny thing. I did these, or actually the yellow ones. I did the yellow ones on 3 different machines. These are kind of a pain to do because you need to be able to print, okay. You need to be able to print infill unsupported for a lot of it. Like, see, like along here, without a lot of stringing. So I used the Bamboo, I used a Voron, and I used a Mark III, Prusa Mark III. Guess which one did these the best in PETG with like stock settings? Mark III. So the cones on both these were printed on the Mark IIIs. The other stuff was this V2 and the Bamboo. And the Bamboo just because I had the filament already loaded in it. I was like, good enough. So yeah, good old Prusa Mark III. When you just need it to work, and you don't want it to be finicky, and you just want it to work, it just works. So, brass and wood would be good. That was another option. So here's the thing. I have gold ABS and wood. I might do another one of these because I might make a video of these. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is the Mark III. This is the Mark III. The Mark IV build is in progress. That's on Tuesdays. Brass or copper? I do have, so one of the options, shoot, I don't know if I have it out. I do have copper. I do have copper here. So if you did something like copper and gold, that would be kind of cool. Polyalchemy elixir. Gold silk. The polyalchemy. I'm running low on the polyalchemy. I'm trying to like save it as much as I can. Like I've got some here, and it's like it's running low. I'm running low on the good stuff. I'm gonna put these in so I can take a picture of them. Gotta take some pictures. What I need to do is print the stand for these. There's some stands for these. Well, actually, no, I don't need the print. I don't use it. I literally have a hook on the wall next to the computer that I just plop them on. So yeah. Whatever happened to behind the headbands? Kind of annoying. I had a pair of behind the headphones and they were super annoying to wear. So. Printed a hook for that. See, I used to have a hook. The problem with the hook is between the doggo and the kiddo, it's in the way. It's within grabbing distance. So now I have a hook on the wall. So if I'm sitting at my computer doing gamer stuff, they go up like here. So they're out of the way. I gotta figure out how to take pictures of these. Can I extend these? Do these extend? No, they don't. No. I know. I'll put it. I know what I'm going to do. Aha. Box of Polymaker. You know these aren't Polymaker. That works. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Got to figure out how to take pictures of it. Yeah, there is a stand. What do I have? Oh, here's the PETG. You know what? Here. We'll do this. Ready? Later. So that's a V2 with just a PETG. And my V2 raw. I don't know if the stand is in here. I don't think the stand is in the files I downloaded. Yeah, I don't have the stand in here. I gotta download the stand. If you need headphones that are wireless to stream, I recommend Momentum 4. They were 60-hour battery. So right now, I use this wireless DAC. This is like, I don't even know, like I've never run out of battery on this. I just plug it in after a stream, but it's like 12 hours or something. And then I use IEMs. That's what I use. I like in-ear for when I'm streaming. In the garage, I use the AirPods, but they die at 7 hours. They die at 3 hours. So. Stand is in the 2.v2 files. Okay, so I probably got to re-download them because I think they updated it. And AMAME, files, add to cart. Or actually, wait, I gotta download them here. Am I not on my Gmail? Good. Don't leak my personal information. That would be bad. UPS delivery date. Oh, Monday. Monday. Polymaker original, baby. Yeah, you don't want me to leak me telling companies to F off. Do you want to review our unenclosed laser engraver that has like $5 in parts and we want to sell it for $900? Maybe not. I don't want to do that. Not today. Ooh. Okay, we're not going to print that one. That's too much support. Split. Should the file is a single object with multiple parts? No. How are you supposed to print this? With support? I'm not wasting support on that. I'm not wasting support on that. Headphone stand. There we go. Boop, boop. There we go. What, you can't do both? You could do both. There we go. There we go. Does this need support? No, it doesn't need support. Is that asking for support for that? No, yeah, we're good. We're good. We don't need support for that. No, we're good. One day, 4 hours. Ugh. Oh, I got PTG loaded, that's why. Eh, whatever, send it. I like that color. I'm not in a rush. Are you in a rush? I'm not in a rush. Oop. Don't lick that. Whatever, send it. I'm not in a rush. You in a rush? Yeah, this is Jesse Premium PTG Soul Black Glitter. Okay, so we're gonna do the giveaway now. Get that done out of the way. So every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. And today's stream is like every other stream. So we're gonna give away a spool of Polymaker filament. So if you didn't get a chance to enter, you will have another chance next stream, which is tomorrow. Because tomorrow we should be the penultimate, which means second to last, Rook stream, hopefully. And then, I don't know. Do you want me to start the VZ bot before the? So here's the thing. I've budgeted well, technically, okay. I've budgeted 2 more build streams for the Prusa Mark IV. One mechanical and then an electrical, and then a get it going in print stream. So 3 more streams minimum for the Mark IV. Whereas the Rook, I got 2 left. So, would you rather VZBot Tuesdays or Ultimaker Saturdays? Well, actually, it doesn't. That's not even the question I'm asking. Do you want the Ultimaker first, or do you want the VZBot? VZBot Tuesdays. VZBot Tuesdays. I think that works better. VZBot Tuesdays because more people watch the weekday streams, and the Ultimaker. I got a feeling with the Ultimaker, and with it being as old as it is, and as how do I word this? I got a feeling we might need some liquid lubrication when it comes to that build. Yeah, let me fire up a poll here. Start a poll. But you want Tuesday or Saturday? So again, Saturday, remember, is 8 p.m. Eastern, okay? So Saturday streams are 8 p.m. Eastern. The Tuesday streams are either 11 p.m. Eastern or 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and they're shorter. They're only about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So shorter streams on Tuesday, but it's a better hour for the Europeans, or the late night Saturday stream for the VZ bot. So, okay, speaking of, we built 2 headphones. Give me a number between 1 and 2. I don't want to count high today. Give me a number between 1 and 2. We built 2 headphones today. 1.5. That doesn't work. 2. 1, 2. There we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, the computer knows. Computer knows all. So congratulations to Pumbaa. Congratulations, Puma. Everyone, golf claps in chat for Pumbaa. 763. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker, as long as you are a real human. 1 of 1. That's what I like to see. There we go. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So there we go. I think that is about it. Yeah, any last minute things you want me to go over? So again, I do want to give a shout out to Hedamame. Link in the description for sponsoring today's stream. Again, I don't do sponsored streams often, but when I do, it's usually something that I actually have, you know, I can say, hey, good stuff, because I've been using these headphones, or the previous version of them, as my daily driver headphones for almost a year now. They are good. So if you are into 3D printing and you want to build your own headphones, and you'll get, for $130, you're gonna get better headphones than you could probably buy for $130, unless you like, I'm not an audiophile, somebody could probably correct me on that, but oh God. I'm wearing these, right? So my audio around me is all muffled, and I started hearing a vibration, like a brrr, and I'm like, hey, what's making that noise? I'm hungry. I need to figure out dinner. Their shipping sucks. They're Canadian. It is what it is. So here's the thing, though. The beauty of it. You could download the files yourself, and if you want to self-source the components, you can. They're drivers. They're nothing on these is custom other than the design, and you could just download the design. Like, this is all off-the-shelf components. So if you want to buy the kit from Hedamame, you can, or you could just go on AliExpress. I'm sure you could build these with AliExpress components for relatively cheap as well. I haven't looked into it. And if you want to modify these, so I know some people are asking about Bluetooth variation. There's a decent amount of room in these, or if you want to, you know, put a battery up top and put a Bluetooth DAC. Like, I mean, technically these are wireless. Like, here we go. Look. They're wireless now. So, yeah, have at her. You could download the CAD for a small fee. Link in the description to the Patreon page for that. But the STLs themselves are free. So if you want to go all in on your own and do these completely custom, go for it. So yeah, international. It is what it is. Canadian company. Were they hard to build? Miles, we built 2 of them on stream today. The actual instructions on how to build them is about 12 minutes long. They don't take that long to build. They're surprisingly simple. So yeah, you can watch the build of them on the stream. We built 2 of them on the stream. So we're gonna call it there. Again, shout out to Hedamame. Link in the description to their website. Again, right now, 15% off everything on the website. So it's 15% off your order. It'll show up in checkout, I think. Doggo's barking. Somebody's at the door. And also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links to them and more in the video description. Affiliate links. The Hedamame one's not an affiliate, but the rest are affiliate links. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Don't cost you anything extra. And for those that donate to the channel, give to memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. Tomorrow we're carrying on with the rope build, and there should be a video on the Tico on Sunday. So we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna go figure out dinner. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and goodbye. Cheers. Okay, Cheaty X Mark 3 unboxing next Friday because that just showed up. Cheers, bye.